Hello, my love. Hello. Good morning to you. I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you are ready for your day, excited for your day, excited for something in the near future, perhaps. I hope for you today that you make room for repair in your life or in your day, even just today, or not. Maybe you won't make room for it. Maybe you don't need to make room for it. Maybe you already have, maybe your room is already filled at the moment, which is all fine as well. I hope you are well. I am thinking about you as always. I was thinking also about the idea that, and this is such a silly idea or plain idea, if you will, but for every argument there is a counter argument, and that may seem obvious at first blush, and indeed it is, but it is something to be aware of. For every argument that we have, for the things we do, for the positions we hold, for what we believe in, there is a counter argument. And if you really want to understand the issues, the argument, understand what is going on, you really have to understand the counter argument. And the point is not, or at least for me it was not, and it depends on the scenario, of course. If I were in court, it was very different, but generally speaking, the point was not to be right. The point was to understand. And if you do not understand both sides of an argument, you do not understand the issue. And so it was extremely important for me to not simply present my argument, not simply force my argument, but to really understand the other side, to understand what was going on so that I could more fully understand the issue and perhaps abandon my argument. Perhaps abandon them both. Maybe there's another route. But you won't get there if you just wed yourself to your position, to your one position. You have to consider the array of options and reasons and logic and logical fallacies underlying the various positions and sort of get to the fundamentals in a sense. If you really want to learn, the point again is not to be right. The point is to understand. And if you do not embrace and delve into and know the complexities of both sides of an issue, the argument and the counter-argument, you will not understand. Or at least I did not, as I so often foolishly held fast to one side of an issue when I should not have been. So, food for thought for you to think about. The corollary to this is to, of course, never be afraid to change your position. There's so much, we get tied into a certain, I will say bravado, but we feel once we stake a claim that we have to hold to it and that there's something erroneous in us if we switch. You must not have that position. You must let go of that idea that you cannot change your opinion. One should not flip-flop willy-nilly about, but to change one's position is a sign of advanced or continued understanding and development of the issues, and should not be looked upon poorly by any means. Again, the point is to understand, or at least for me it was to understand. It was not to simply be right. I will leave it at that. Mull it over, think of it what you will, don't think of it at all, which is fine as well. And I will bid you adieu and recommend, again, Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and the Mynabirds.